Hi, I'm Anil from Nita Fashions, and today I'm going to give you a brief tutorial on how to customize shirts with us online. If you look at the different product categories on the left, you can choose whether you want to purchase a Sea Island cotton, Egyptian cotton, wrinkle-free, or linen shirt. You'll select one of the categories and you'll choose what patterns you're after. You'll come up to a page that looks just like this. Just to simplify, I'll choose the first two fabrics that I see, AM4 and AM5. Now you can see it's already been added onto our shopping cart. So we'll go ahead to customize them. Now we're moving our items from the shopping cart to our customization cart. We'll select all and add them to our customization cart. We'll click add. Let's start customizing them. We'll go on to tab 2 and we're going to create a new style. So here we go. You can see that we've left medium fit as the default fit. If you want to change that, you'll go ahead and choose your preferred fit. For me, slim fit is my preferred fit. I'll select that for both the shirts. Select all. Now you can see both AM4 and AM5 are made slim fit. We'll go on to the next tab, which is the collar. I'll choose to keep AM4 as the medium spread collar, which is our default setting, and we'll make AM5 a widespread collar. We'll scroll down, and now we're choosing whether we want 1 or 2 buttons on the collar band. If we want 1, which is our standard, we'll leave it as no. I care for a standard stiffness and fusing inside the collar, so I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to keep the standard option for collar stay as permanent because that's my preference. We'll go ahead and click next. Next, you can see we're looking at sleeve style. And we have the option of a long sleeve or a short sleeve shirt. For both of these shirts, I want to make them long sleeve with a single button cutaway cuff. So we'll go ahead and select all. And you can see that we've moved from a single button rounded, which is our standard, to a single button cutaway cuff. We'll go down again. I do wear a watch on my left wrist, so we're going to go ahead and select left wrist, and we're going to click select all. And now both the shirts are made with an allowance for your left wrist for your watch. We'll click next. Now we're looking at the front of the shirt. I care for a very slim pleat down the front of the shirt, so I'm going to go ahead and select 7/8 inch ivy pleat on both shirts. Now we're looking at the back of the shirt. I care for the shirts to be quite clean across the back, and that's why I'm going to stick with the default preference of plain back. I care for a slightly more fitted shirt, and so for this reason, I'm going to choose for the shirts to have darts at the back. I'm going to click darts at the back, select all, and then we're going to move on to our next styling point, which is pockets. And now I don't really use pockets, so I'm going to leave the setting as no pockets. The default setting works for me. I'm going to go click next. Likewise for the shirt tail. I really don't care for a square bottom, and this works for me, so I'm going to keep it as it is. For the simplicity of this video, I won't choose a collar and cuff feature, nor will I choose a collar and cuff insert, so we're going to bypass this. We have some different options for buttons. If we choose standard, we're choosing a standard pearlized button. If you want, you can choose for the button to be matching the base color of the shirt. For example, if you have a blue shirt, matching would be a blue button. Or you can choose to get a thick mother of pearl, a thin mother of pearl, or a black clip shell button, depending on your preference. As you can see, we've changed our logo. For those of you returning, you probably noticed this, and it's reflected in our labels, both in our suits and shirts. I'm going to choose to keep a label on the shirt so we don't have to change anything because that's our default preference. We'll go ahead and click next. Now we're looking at monograms. For all our customers, we've chosen to give the first monogram placement complimentary to you guys. I care for my monogram to be placed on my left sleeve placket as my preference. I'm going to click select all, and I'm going to choose my preferred monogram style number 10, which is a diamond shape, I'm gonna go ahead and add my initials. You can choose up to 5 initials, no problem. Uh, Obviously, you're locked into which monogram style you choose, but 5 is the maximum. Uh, I'm gonna choose for the monogram to be in a contrasting thread. We're gonna click select all, click next. Let's go back for a second to tab number 2, and we're gonna have a look at the summary. In our summary, we have the different styling points for each shirt. We want to make sure that everything that we've selected is transferred correctly. So let's just make sure looks all correct. Now, if you notice that there's something that's gone wrong or something that you want to change, suppose I want to make AM5 removable, I'll click on the edit button and it'll take me back to that styling point. We're going to click removable for AM5 and that change can be made. We'll go back to our summary here, check summary. We can also add additional details at the bottom of each fabric. I've given you some space to write down what you want to add, what different styling point you want, which maybe we have not mentioned. So everything seems good over here. We're gonna go ahead and go to tab number 3, which is add measurement. So here we're creating a new measurement profile. We'll click that. I'm gonna change that to something that's gonna be easy for me to remember. I'm gonna choose the date. Today is 29th of December, 2016. I'm just gonna add my name. So this way I know when I created it, it's just easier to fetch those measurements and this profile. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how. You just have to drag the tab to your height and your weight and your age, and then we'll scroll down. You'll select your stance, so you can see a default stance is kept, and if you want to change that, you can go ahead and do that. Or if it aligns with your stance or your shoulder slope, we'll just leave it as it is. For the stomach, mine is slim, so I'm going to go ahead and change that. We're going to go next. Now we can start adding our measurements into in here. For example, my neck is 15.5, so I'll scroll all the way till 15.5, and then I'll move on to the next measurement. And we'll keep entering the measurements until we've got all the measurements that we need. We'll go to our summary to make sure all the measurements that we've entered are correct. You can see that the chest I haven't filled out, so that's not correct. The shoulder width is not correct, so we just want to make sure everything is correct. Go down to the next point, where we want you to add images of yourself, front, profile, and back. This way we can get a better idea of your build, also enabling us to make the best fitting shirt, suit, trouser, any garment for you. We'll go on to next. And we are on tab number 4, which is confirming the order. So now we've looked at confirming the style, we've looked at confirming the measurement. Once we click submit, we're looking to the payment portion of the order. Let's click submit. We'll click yes, process now. Okay, everything looks good over here. I'm gonna go on to the shipping address tab. We'll click that. I'll go ahead and add a new shipping address. So we'll save that as our shipping address and we'll click submit. Fantastic. And then we'll go on to the next tab, which is the payment method. We'll add a credit card detail. I'll just quickly add a credit card. a date of expiration, credit card type, and the CVV batch code. I'll click submit. Click next. And click agree to the terms of service. And then we can go ahead and confirm our order. Fantastic. So now you can see this is a summary of our order, and this has been sent to your email as a confirmation of your order. That's about it. Pretty straightforward. Any questions that you might have with regard to ordering that I haven't covered over here, please feel free to email us on sales@nitafashions.com, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank you.